Welcome to another episode of the MVP Show. Today I'm speaking with Kuldeep from Cloud Fonts. He's been an MVP for a bit over a year. And it's quite interesting, this episode, because we talk specifically around PSA and project operations, which is coming shortly in the Dynamic suite of products. Full show notes for this episode can be found at nz365guy.com/247. Let's get on with the show. Kuldeep, welcome to the MVP Show.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Good to have you on the show. Tell us, first of all, where in the world do you live, and what's the most famous thing is your area known for?
Yep, I belong to Mumbai. I reside there, and I've been born and brought up here. Well, the most famous thing here is yeah, you would love the street foods that we have in India, and one of the famous most visiting places, Gateway of India, which is nearby the sea coast, and there are a lot of sea boats lying there around, and you can take a nice ride there. There's a famous hotel, Taj, which is right opposite to Gateway of India. So yeah, it's nice.
So did Mumbai, is that the city that was renamed?
Yes, it was Bombay earlier, and then it got renamed to Mumbai.
So tell me a bit about the renaming. Why was it Bombay first and then renamed to Mumbai?
Well, when the Britishers were here, they were ruling India for more than 150 years. When they were here, they named it Bombay. And when it's a political decision basically, and a couple of politicians who took over, they said being a part of Maharashtra. So, there is a Maharashtra state in India, which is dominated by Maharashtrian. So in Maharashtrians community, they don't call it Bombay, they call it Mumbai. So they got into the renaming of Bombay to Mumbai.
So here's the interesting thing, is that where I was brought up in New Zealand, the location was called Bombay in New Zealand. And it was predominantly settled by Indian people. So it was very interesting for me because, knowing Bombay was because all my friends around me were Indian, and then, and I knew at that point it was named after Bombay in India, and then of course Bombay got renamed to Mumbai.
Yes. So a lot of airports also got renamed here in India, in Mumbai specifically, after a leader, Ms. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, who was a good warrior. He got good forts from Mughal emperors and all, back to us, and the international airport, is renamed after him.
Okay, very interesting. So tell me, what is your area of specialty in the Microsoft BizApps ecosystem?
So PSA is my forte in Microsoft Dynamics CRM, and that's what I thrive on. It's been almost more than 4.5 to close to 5 years I am looking after PSA. It was V2 when I started my evaluation with the software, and since then I figured out that Microsoft's documentation when V2 came out was not that great, and I had to do and delve myself a little bit more to get an understanding of what that product is. So when the product is new, I hope you understand that you don't know whatever you are doing is right or wrong. So and it's a pretty lengthy product, right from the sales cycle to the project management cycle to the invoicing and all of those aspects. So each and every step is needs accuracy, because everything is tied to your invoicing, the time entry, the resource allocations. And so at that point I felt I was left alone, and then I had to figure out everything by doing myself each and every step. at that point I started making notes. And at the end of the evaluation, I looked at the notes and I saw that this is a pretty good 50-60 page notes that I have, which I actually formulated in an ebook and which I published on the website. And a lot of people downloaded, more than 500 plus downloads of my ebook till date, and still people are downloading it. Be it we have reached in V3, but the V2 level of configuration of PSA still is not obsolete. So we still use that book to do the configuration. Even I sometimes go and refer to that book, even after so many years.
But hasn't PSA changed names recently, or isn't it a different product, or what are the changes that have happened with project service automation?
That's a good point. Market is coming up with new product called as project operations. So PSA hasn't changed names. It's gonna be obsolete in next 2 years, meaning um, we are getting project operations in the market, which is a beautiful product. So let me tell you first why they are doing it, why PSA is getting obsolete, so we understand why project operations is coming in and what is in project operations. So PSA as a product had a couple of features which was not that great. So how PSA was formed was, there was a need in the market for good project management software tied to the sales cycle and tied to the invoicing. Now they did good on the sales front, so still they are doing good on the sales front, everything is excellent. Now when you shift to the project management part, tying the sales to the project management, the project management has the WBS feature which they create, and it's not that robust, because the world for project managers is all lying around MS projects. So we are all used to do project management or WBS creations in the MS project, which is pretty robust and settled well. So why would a project manager do the WBS in a substandard product? It has a lot of complexity. It is not that robust enough. So that is one part. Okay. Then if we move further, there's invoicing tied to it. So after you do the time entries and all milestones, billings and all, your invoicing is there. Now invoicing has a lot of features that is lacking. Now if you understand, US has a lot of complex laws in terms of taxation, which is not being taken care of in PSA while invoicing. There are a lot of other features, revenue recognition, for example, part payment, um, uh, many other features. So what they took a decision now PSA hence has not been accepted globally wholeheartedly, but a lot of feedback has been put forward to the world, because they need such products in the market, and there is a gap with that front in the market. So what they did now is they kept the sales part as it is in the project operations, and what they did is, now we've moved to project management. They said, all right, the stuff that is there will not work, we need to get something robust. So they got project online, which is a product from Microsoft and is pretty nice, as MS project is. So they are allowing us to do the WBS in project online. So they are directly connecting that API from within Dynamics project operations to project online. So we can do the scheduling there, Gantt charting there. What they have done, another beautiful thing is, they have got the Kanban board right inside the schedule WBS schedule, and so you don't need to switch between your agile tools at any given point of time. Of course it is not that robust enough, so for small projects that you need to do your agile management, you can still be in the project and do your agile project management. But yeah, that's pretty sophisticated that is coming up now. So a lot of features that were not there, like marking the project task is complete and stuff, was not there, which is now coming up. So that's with project management. Now the third piece, which is invoicing. will also derive its name as project operations. I'll tell you. So what they have done is there is a sophisticated and a robust accounting platform which FNO offers, finance and operations offers. The world knows about it, and they said, why not use finance and operations for the robust accounting platform so we don't have to discover or reinvent the wheel. So they did an super integration between PSA that was existing. So the word PSA itself is wrong. So the sales cycle and the project management cycle was super and seamlessly integrated with FNO's accounting platform via dual write. So yeah, so so what happens is the name then came up from project online's project and FNO's finance and operations, and then they merged it together and called it as project operations. So this is the story behind getting a project operations. Now with terms of support, there is only 2 years of support after October when they have announced their general availability that they are going to be supporting PSA, and thereafter they will stop the support of PSA.
Okay, so project operations, does that seamlessly integrate to Microsoft Project? As in, the software app desktop application?
Yeah, so it is project online and not Microsoft Project. So there is a difference.
So there's a difference between Microsoft Project, which is still a product that you can buy. I think it's showing around $10 per user per month. And that's actually now Project Online rather than just Project, the piece of software like you would have with, Word or Excel.
Correct.
Okay. And are those two products going to seamlessly be integrated with Project Operations?
Yes. So it's already inside it. We don't have to do an integration. They have brought that piece inside the system. So you just need to go to your project, click on your task button, where you can do the scheduling, and it'll connect to the project online from within the system itself. You don't need to do anything. So the licensing will take care of it to get it inside.
Yeah, excellent. So tell me then about what was your journey to becoming an MVP?
Well, it's an exciting journey. It's not for someone who is not enthusiastic about a couple of things like learning new things, sharing it, and helping others. I think that's the mantra of what an MVP is called. Okay. I have never talked to any MVP who has started his journey to become an MVP. Okay. Because the person, there is a lot of self motivation required to go somewhere, and that was with me because I was so much into this product. I felt, all right, if I am discovering something every day, why wouldn't the world know about it? So I kept on sharing it, the information that I had. A lot of blogs I have written, the ebook just came out of that practice. Then there were a lot of community help on our Dynamics community channel. I kept on answering a lot of questions to them, and hence I felt, well, that's a good way of moving ahead. And then somebody seeded me this thought of, why not, Kuldeep, you try for an MVP? This never came to my mind also, and then I just gave it a shot. And at that point, anybody could refer you for an MVP. Now they've changed the rule that only the FTEs and the MVPs can only nominate you. But that time, anybody could nominate you, and there was pretty strenuous scrutiny that they used to do. Many a times, my form was not taken up. The information was not complete, and then somehow after applying in next 10 months, there was an announcement made that an MVP is announced and you have got that award. It was such an exciting thing. Well, becoming an MVP is not important, but then what happens is when you are awarded with something that you really deserve, your momentum and motto in life changes and you do too many things after that. That's how I feel becoming an MVP is it's a life changing.
So when you say you do too many things, is there just like so many opportunities that is made available to you?
No, it's not about that. So, see, one of the examples now, we are doing a podcast. So, people start knowing you. There are a lot of connects that you build, and those connects can be used in very various ways in terms of enhancing your product knowledge. Many other ways, like we organize a channel and community called as D365 Champs, and there are a lot of MVPs in that, and we are doing good sessions, good meetups. So not only about PSA that you come to know, then you know many other people. You must be knowing about some technology. There are XYZ people who know about other technology, so you keep on meeting of those people, which regularly. There are a lot of people who are working in Dynamics, but if they are not MVPs, you will not go and pick them up, because it's a feather in your cap, and it shines well, so people get noticed. So hence I was noticed, and I got involved in many channels of such sort, so I could do more community activity. So that's actually good. And then big companies call you to get their issues resolved, and so we do it as again a big community activity. You feel proud about it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Was there, once you became an MVP and you started being invited to the various tools and environments that Microsoft offers, was there anything that surprised you or wasn't what you expected when joining the MVP program?
No, so I was aware of what will happen post that, and one of the examples is the project operations for the preview program that they invited me. Um, with that, I will take a little diversion into giving this explanation that becoming an MVP is also not an easy piece of cake. You need to do more than what you are then doing for your community. You definitely have to strive harder to prove that yes, this is your award. For example, the project operations preview came in. We had to sit down for more than 5 hours daily after the office hours, because there were sessions going on for MVP preview program for project operations, and it was full week that you had to sit down. So it is again a very strenuous activity that you have to do for that.
And so, has it been worth it?
Definitely. So it's an exciting thing that things before the world knows about it, and then yeah, it's a nice thing. I was pretty excited also about project operations coming in, because it is my play area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so exciting. I mean, you're particularly involved in a product that's going to grow more and more. Microsoft are investing a lot, with project operations coming to market. So it must be very exciting for you.
True.
Excellent. Well, it's been great talking to you. I always like to wrap up these sessions with some quick fire questions that are very random. And if you don't have an answer to them, you can just say pass, okay?
Sure.
Okay, first one. Would you rather be rich or famous?
Famous.
Okay, what's your dream car?
Bentley.
Very nice. It's same as my brother's. If you could write a book, if you decided to write a new book, what would you write it on?
I'll write about myself, my journey till date.
I like it. Who would you like to play in a movie? If you could be a movie star, who would you like to play?
Amitabh Bachchan.
Who is this?
He's a Bollywood actor, very renowned. Just read about
Uh-huh.
it, you will love him.
Is he handsome?
He is 6 feet 6'3".
Wow. Yes. What are you most worried about with the next generation?
They are too much into technology, into computers, into system, and they don't know what is going outside. So their play area has also become the technology. I don't deny the fact that technology is not important, but I feel physical playing of kids outside is also important, equally important, which 90s kids do understand. That's what I fear about.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Is there any book you've read recently that you would recommend?
Yes, I've read a book, Measure What Matters. It's about implementing objectives and key results (OKRs) in your organization, and being a good entrepreneur, you need to read that book. It's a very good book. I forget the author's name, but it's a very good book. You should read it.
Excellent. I'll look it up and put a link in the show notes.
Yep.
Kuldeep, it's been great having you on the show. If people want to connect with you online, where's the best place that they can connect with you?
Well, they can connect me on LinkedIn and on Twitter as well. I am available on Facebook as well. So yeah, even I have my website, b365feeds.com. They can read my blogs there, and I have all my connects on my website, so they can connect me there.
Hey, thanks again for listening to the MVP Show. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Full show notes can be found at nz365guy.com/247. See you next time.